Hello, today's topic is, hey, is anybody out there? And 3 tips for better listening. Think back to the last time you had a conversation, and every time you went to say something, you might have been mid-sentence or just starting to open your mouth. Whoosh! Someone came along, stole that conversation right away. You never got to complete a thought. You never got to complete the sentence. Your story never got heard. What did you think? Was it a big fat so what? Or was it more, what I have to say just isn't important? Well, with repeated overtalk, in other words, you don't get to complete your sentence, it is very common for a person to start feeling what I have to say is unimportant. Now, there's a show on TV right now where a number of women get together. They share their views with each other, and I find that so ironic. It is all their views, and certainly nobody ever completes a thought. No one ever listens to anyone else's view. It gives me the bejeebies. It's so frustrating. There's so much noise because no one ever listens. So I'll tell you what, I choose not to watch that show. It just frustrates the heck out of me. In relationships, it is really important that we listen to each other. When you are listened to, you're validated. You bring something to the relationship. Too commonly, I have folks reach me that say, I can't stand to be around this particular family member. They drive me crazy. Or they feel, whenever I'm around this person, I feel so unimportant. I feel so, I just feel so bad. And as we start to peel back the layers of why that is, we discover it's because they don't have a voice. No, the other person doesn't listen to them, what they have to say, and as a result, the true them never comes out to the other person. Now, in business relationships, listening is important as well. If you don't listen to your client doesn't feel important. And if you are in a sales profession and you don't listen to your customer, you have no way of understanding what your customer needs to happen in their own eyes, in their own mind, for their business to be successful. You don't understand their vision, their dreams, the path that they want to take their business. And if you don't know that, you're not going to be able to successfully close the sale. Now, in reality, we should be listening about 75% of the time and talking only about 25% of the time. So here's 3 tips that will help you listen just a little bit better. The first thing, when you listen, do really listen. Don't be thinking ahead of what you want to say next. Focus on what the individual's talking about. If there's something you think you want to add, just quickly write 1 word down that will remind you of what it is, or what I really believe. Trust your gut. Your gut will tell you at the conclusion of when that person speaks what is appropriate to say or what's important to conclude. Now, the second tip, listen for themes and not facts. If you are so caught up in validating facts in your head, you totally miss the thought, the theme of the story that the person is trying to share with you. The third thing that we do when we listen is that we wait until the other person has finished speaking. And when that other person is finished speaking, then go ahead and ask those clarifying questions. Go ahead and get that information of the thought, the feeling, different perceptions you might have. Now, while these are 3 very common ideas, we commonly fail to do them. So while doing these 3 ideas, I cannot guarantee that you'll be a millionaire, but what I can promise is that when you learn to listen, your popularity index will soar. It's going to go up. You will become rich in knowledge about your customer. You'll become rich in knowledge about your friends, your partners, and your family. And, oh, hear this, if you want to work on your listening skills or even learning to use your voice, please contact me at Coach@Root Dynamics, and that's ROOTDYNAMICS.com. Thank you, and thanks for listening.